What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Retro Hoop Collectibles. I'll go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Yes, I did shave my beard. It was getting a little bit too unruly. And I just got tired of dealing with it. So, this is our weekly update for PSA on what they did last week in terms of grading, how many slabs they did. I do this every week on Wednesdays. Video drops 6 p.m. on the clock. You can set your clock by it. And this week I'm gonna do. I said I was gonna do the CTDs, the complete through dates, once a month, but there's been some pretty significant movement in the last couple of weeks, so I figured we'd jump into those. Before we get into any of that, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on this video, all that good stuff. We're almost to 5,000 subs. We're going to do a pretty big deal for 5,000 subs because I didn't do anything for 1,000 subs. And in the blink of an eye, we went from 1,000 to 5,000, which is insane. And I can't thank you guys enough. So I'm in the works. I'm planning on something. I'm planning on doing something in a giveaway format during a live stream. We're going to do some breaking. It's going to be pretty badass. So hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Follow me on Instagram at Retro Hoop Breaks. Follow Collect 3D Prints on Instagram. Visit collect3dprints.com. It's the company that makes all these cool display cases. If you're wondering how I'm displaying all my cards, okay, this is how I'm doing it. All right, this is a HGA one. This one is also an HGA one. That was terrible. I grabbed this exact same thing. That one is also an HGA one. This one is for a mag case. Okay. We got them for all kinds of stuff. SGC, HGA, PSA, BGS, CSG. But there's a handful of them. We got them all. We got them all. Just check them out. This is what they look like without a case in them. Okay. Pop them open. It's got a little thing in there. You slide your card in there. And you can display it instead of having it in, boxes like that. You can display them. Talk about your cool rookie cards. Anyway, so do all that stuff. Follow all those folks. Check the links in the description. I got a Facebook group that's popping off. Everybody's jumping on the Facebook group. Go ahead and join that. What else? That's it. All right, let's get into some numbers. So this is going to be the complete through dates. I went ahead and took a snapshot of them yesterday. Not a whole lot of movement. Really little to no movement. However, what did move was value TCG by almost a month and a half. So it was right around October, right around Halloween. They were almost a year behind. And then from the 27th to the 5th, which is... what is that? Last Monday to this Saturday, they jumped almost a month and a half, with December being about halfway through. So they're in the month of December, but they got chunks of December done, about 62% of it. So that's pretty good. Quarterly specials, you can't see it because I don't pay attention to the placement. Quarterly specials is the same. Nothing really changed there. Big jump in value TCG. Everything else is pretty much identical with the exception of some insignificant changes in the percentage of complete in the current month. So nothing really to talk about there. If you're wondering why I care about PSA at all, is because I currently have 3 86 Fleer Hakeem Olajuwons at PSA getting graded that I sent to them last year, January, somewhere right around there. They received them in January. They didn't check them into their system until March. And it's sitting right around here, value modern. So I'm still about 2 months maybe before they get to mine. We'll see. But as of right now, we're getting close to full term. Woman could have had a baby in the time that I've been waiting for PSA to get to my stuff. So anyway, so that's the TCGs. The TCGs, the CTDs, which are the complete through dates. And again, the big jump being in TCG. So if you have a Pokemon card or a Magic the Gathering card or a Yu-Gi-Oh card or something like that out there right now, they have just made a big leap in grading a ton of those. So let's get into the numbers for this week. Here, I don't know why I don't do this. Just lock this up real quick. Sorry, just so everybody can, so we can all see the same stuff here. So we can see exactly what we're looking at. All right, so this is for as of Sunday. I think I did it pretty late Sunday. Maybe going into Monday in the middle of the night, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning kind of thing. I'm a night owl. I don't really sleep a lot at night, and I'm not a morning person. So typically, a lot of my work is done at night. So anyway, 191,000, which is kind of on pace with the last 2 or 3 weeks that they've been working, close to 200,000. They can't seem to just, like, it'd be kind of cool to be able to say that they graded almost 250,000 cards a week, but that's not the case. They did 191,000 according to what the Pop Report said late Sunday night, potentially early Monday morning. And again, the big dogs, as always, are... The big dogs, as always, being baseball, basketball, and TCG, with football coming in, kind of in the mix. Now, you'll notice TCG, 54,000 cards for TCG. Actually, so what that does is that makes, am I seeing that right? TCG outpaced basketball. No shit. Well, that would explain why the big jump in the complete through dates. I like when data corroborates each other. When one piece of data makes sense to another piece of data, when they jive, that makes me happy. So, good month for TCG, or good week for TCG, which would explain the jump in the complete through dates. That's great. So yeah, 191,000 for last week. Now this 191,000 number of grades per card per hour, and then how many minutes each grader spends. This is going to be based on the numbers for last week, which is about 31,000 a day is what they did. And then just take that one and divide it by, what did I got in here? By 7. And then the number of graders, this is speculative, right? We don't exactly know how many they have, but I did get an Instagram, I got a DM from somebody that says that their LCS is right around the corner from PSA, and that they have about, I think he said it was like 1,200 employees overall, and about 300 to 400 of them are graders. So that would put us kind of right here in this mix. So, between 350 and 400 graders means that they're spending about 4 to 5 minutes per card, based on, a 7-hour work day, right? 8-hour work day where you take an hour for lunch or whatever. But that's kind of roughly what it comes out to. About 4 to 5 minutes a card. Graders are doing maybe 12 to 14 cards per hour, depending on if there's, 350 or 400. So I just kind of did this. I like to call it guerrilla math, because none of it is absolute. The math is right. It's just based on an assumption that we really don't know. So it's kind of really speculative type stuff. I don't know if they're working 7 hours a day. They might be working 16. I don't know. I have no idea, right? But I'm basing it on a 7-hour work day per person, and then I'm speculating on the number of graders that they have out there, with some level of certainty around this range here. So I guess we could say like around this range here. So some level of speculation around this range here to be sort of where they're at, and as far as how many graders. But ultimately, it's just speculation. This is the kind of stuff that I would like to know, right? And it's very easy. I've said this before. It's very easy for PSA to just come out and go, oh, hey, yeah, no, totally. We got 328 graders, and then X amount doing this, and then X amount doing that, and they're grading. They're working around the clock, working 12-hour shifts. We got 3 shifts. They could come out with this kind of information, and it would not be detrimental to them at all. If anything, it would allow us to be like, oh, that's what they're doing. Thanks for the transparency, PSA. They just don't do that. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Oh, and by the way, we have, still 6 million cards in the backlog. Oh, okay, cool. Now we know, and now we can do some calculating and things like that. But, whenever you put, as a company, whenever you put too much information out there, oftentimes your customers can hold you accountable. And I have a sneaking inclination that PSA doesn't want doesn't want anyone holding them accountable for anything. That's just my perception. So, that's it. That's going to do it. Still holding on to this 190,000. I mean, it's pretty good. I'd say if I look at the last maybe 6 weeks, they're averaging about 185,000 cards a week, which is not bad. It's pretty good. Like I said, operationally, I'm impressed with what they've been able to do. The ramp up has been vicious, and it's good to see. So, hopefully they continue the pace. Hopefully we continue to see those CTD dates go further out into the future, or actually in the past for us, right? Hopefully they connect with each other. Anyway, and we start seeing some of our cards back. Again, I'll ask the long-standing question that I've asked on every single one of these to you guys to comment in the comments below is, do you have an order that has been past a year? I'm getting there. I've got maybe 3 more months. They got 3 more months to deliver me my shit before it's going to have a birthday. Have you already hit that milestone? Have you gotten your cards back for an order that you did not expect to get your cards back, right? So like if you sent it like in March or something like that and you got it back already and you didn't pay like the big dollar amount. Another thing too, those of you who got your cards in still in a bulk pricing, with the bulk pricing, have any of you gotten your cards back at all? I'm just curious. Because if you have, then we're talking some pretty messed up stuff. Anyway, that's going to do it. I don't want to make this any longer than it needs to be. Thank you guys so much for continuing to watch this series every single Wednesday. I'll continue to do it until I get my cards back. I got some pretty interesting stuff coming up. I've been buying up some things to do some science. We're going to do some science. Yeah. We're going to break some cases. We're going to break some slabs. We're going to test and see how tough these things really are. How hard is it to crack them open? All kinds of stuff. And I'll have a series of videos coming out about that. 5,000 subscriber giveaway details should be coming soon. What else? Instagram almost has 1,000 followers. I'll be doing something separate on Instagram. A separate giveaway. Won't be as big, but we'll do something there. Thank you. Love you guys. Y'all know I love y'all. Peace.